Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Lodhi Audiobooks. In this video, we will continue Bahar-e-Shariat in English, Volume 1. Before that, if you still not subscribed, please subscribe and press bell icon. Mostly, still 80% people who are listening, they didn't subscribe. So I am requesting you to please subscribe. Okay, we will continue. According to Islamic belief, punishment or comfort in the grave, depending on the deeds of the dead person, is real and true. This will be inflicted upon or sensed by both the body and the soul, as mentioned above. Even after the body is decomposed, incinerated, or turned to ashes and dust, these are fundamental particles of the body which are indestructible and will remain until Judgment Day. Punishment or reward will be felt by these particles, and bodies of individuals will be created anew from these particles. These are indestructible and infinitesimally small particles which cannot be seen even with the microscope, nor can fire burn them, nor can they be decomposed in the earth. These are found in the tailbone known as Ajbal-Danab, which will be the seed, the source material to regenerate bodies. Souls will be returned to these regenerated bodies and not newly created ones. The increase or decrease in the size of the body does not change the fact that it is the same body belonging to the same person. A child is so small and delicate when it is born, it then grows into a big and strong man. When a brawny young man is afflicted by disease, his body becomes weak and gaunt, and after he recovers, his body becomes strong and energetic once more. In spite of all these transformations, no one will say that an entirely new person appeared with every change. Similarly, on Judgment Day, the body will be regenerated. The very flesh and bones that were scattered after being turned to dust or ashes will be gathered by the divine command of Allah and regenerated from the indestructible particles of that specific human being and restored to their former state. And every soul will be returned into his or her restructured body. This is known as Hashr, or the gathering of bodies and souls. Anyone who denies or refuses to believe the bodies and souls will be punished or given comfort in their graves is a heretic. If a dead body is not buried in a grave and is left lying on the ground, wherever it may be, whether thrown away or burned on a pyre, the dead person's soul will be interrogated and the three questions will be asked. The soul will be punished or rewarded in that place. If a lion devours a man, then he will be questioned in the stomach of that lion, and punishment or reward will be dispensed in that place. Note, the bodies of some humans of high rank will not decompose in the earth. Among such honored ones are the bodies of prophets, the friends of Allah, awliya Allah, the righteous religious scholars, martyrs, those who memorize the Quran and sincerely act upon its injunctions, and those who are the beloved ones of Allah, and those bodies that have never sinned against Allah, and those people who spend most of their time in reciting the salawat durood upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One who says that prophets have died and decayed is misguided, a heretic, and a foul-mouthed and a vile person who has certainly disrespected the prophets of Allah. Judgment Day and the Great Assembly. Indeed, this earth and the skies, jinns, humans, angels, and the whole universe will be annihilated someday. Only Allah Ta'ala is eternal. He exists perpetually and unceasingly. Before this world comes to an end, some signs will appear indicating the approaching of the hour. Sign 1. The earth will collapse khasaf in 3 places and people will be buried in sinkholes, one in the east, another in the west, and third in the Arabian Peninsula. Sign 2. Knowledge will deplete as scholars will pass away and there will be no replacements. This does not mean that knowledge will be erased from the hearts. Sign 3. Ignorance and barbarism, jahl, will be rampant. Adultery and fornication will become common. People will commit fornication without any shame, like the mating of donkeys without any regard or respect for anyone. Men will decrease in number and women will increase. The gender ratio will be 1:50, 1 male to 50 females. Apart from the major Dajjal, there will be 30 minor Dajjals who will claim to be prophets. Even though prophethood has ended with our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some have already appeared, such as Musalma al-Kadhab, Tulaiha ibn Khalid, Aswadansi, Saja, a woman who claimed to be a prophetess herself but later converted to Islam, and recently Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani. There will be more such claimants in the future. Sign 7. There will be plenty of wealth. The Euphrates river will open up its treasures and there will be mountains of gold therein. There will be verdure, gardens, greenery and streams of water in the Arabian desert. Sign 9. It will be difficult to be a practicing Muslim. Being a religious person will be similar to clutching a glowing ember. Things will become so bleak that a man will visit a graveyard and wish that he were already dead and buried in a grave. Sign 10. There will be no blessing in time. A year will pass as quickly as a month as a week, and week as if it were a day, and the day like something that caught fire, flashed and died down in an instant. In other words, time will pass quickly. Sign 11. People will not pay zakat and equate it to an unfair tax. Sign 12. People will acquire religious knowledge but not for religious reasons. Sign 13. A man will obey his wife. Sign 14. And will disobey his parents. Sign 15. He will maintain cordial relations with friends and stay away from his own father. Sign 16. People will be loud and noisy in mosques. Sign 17. There will be plenty of music and singing and it will be widespread. Sign 18. People will curse their elders. Sign 19. Wild animals will communicate with humans. The cracker of a whip and the shoelaces will speak, that is communicate, and give information to a man of what happened in the house in his absence. A man's own thigh will give him information. Sign 20. People from the lowest strata of society, those without clothes or shoes, will become extremely rich and take pride in living in ornate palaces. Sign 21. Dajjal, the Antichrist, will appear before the apocalypse. He will roam the earth and visit every place in merely 40 days except Makkah and Medina. In those 40 days, the first day will be as long as a year, the second day will be as long as the month, the third day will be as long as a week. The rest of the days will be 24 hours long. He will travel very fast, like a swift cloud in the sky, carried by the wind. His mischief will be severe. He will have a garden and fire with him, which he will name a paradise and hell, and will go with him wherever he goes. But they are opposite in reality. That which he shows as a garden and appear as a garden from outside will actually be fire, and the hell that he will show will actually be a place of comfort. He will claim to be a god. He will put those who believe his claim to be a god into his paradise, and those who reject will be sent to his hell. He will bring back the dead to life. He will make the grass grow on the earth upon his command. He will cause rain to fall. Animals in the period will become fat and stout. The dead in that area will rise like a swarm of bees, and these zombies will join his army. He will display a number of such illusions. These will either be some sort of tricks or a kind of magic abetted by the evil jinn, shaitan. Yet these things will not be real and will disappear as soon as the Dajjal leaves the place. When he tries to enter Makkah or Medina, angels will stop him from entering the two sanctuaries. Prior to this, there will have occurred 3 earthquakes in Medina, and all those without faith in their hearts but were Muslims only in external appearance will have abandoned Medina. They will then encounter the mischief of the Dajjal, who will be accompanied by various groups of Jews. The Arabic letter Kafir, that is Kafir, will be etched upon his forehead, which only Muslims will be able to read. Disbelievers will not be able to see it. After touring the world, when he finally comes to the Levant, Sham, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam will descend on the eastern minaret of the Grand Mosque in Damascus, Jamia Masjid. It will be prior to the dawn prayer, and the Iqama for the dawn prayer would have been said, and Imam Mahdi will be present in that congregation. Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam will order Imam Mahdi to lead the prayer, which he will. The accursed Dajjal will disintegrate due to the fragrance of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, like salt melts in water, and the fragrance of Prophet Isa alayhi salam will spread as far as one can see. The Dajjal will run, and Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam will pursue him and eventually throw a spear, striking at his back and dispatch him to hell. Sign 22. Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam will descend from the heavens. A brief description was given above on how he will descend to the earth. After slaying the Dajjal and during his rule, there will be plenty, and people will be so rich that if they try to give charity, they will not find anyone to accept it. In those times, there will be no enmity among people, nor hatred, nor jealousy. Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam will break the cross and kill the pig. All the people of the book who remain after the great war will become Muslims and follow Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. There will be only one religion and madhab in the world at that time, the religion of Islam and the madhab of Ahl Sunnah. Children will play with snakes, sheep will graze fearlessly in front of lions. Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam will stay on earth for 40 years. He will marry and will also have children, and after passing away will be buried in the radiant mausoleum of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sign 23. The appearance of Imam Mahdi. In brief, a time will come when disbelievers will gain control of and rule over the entire world, and when Abdal from various parts of the world will all immigrate to Makkah and Medina, and the whole world will be ruled and controlled by disbelievers except Harman. In such a time, during the month of Ramadan, the Abdal will be circumambulating the Kaaba, and Imam Mahdi will also be present among them. The friends of Allah will recognize him and will ask him to accept their allegiance. Baya, a voice will be heard. This is the vice regent of Allah, the Mahdi, the guide. Hear him and obey. Everyone will pledge allegiance to him. Imam Mahdi will take the people along with him and proceed to the Levant. After the slaying of the Dajjal, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam will be commanded to take Muslim atop Mount Sinai, as hordes of ferocious wild men will overrun the earth and no one will be able to stop them. Sign 24. The rise of Gog and Magog, Yajuj Majuj. After Muslims take refuge on Mount Sinai, the hordes of Gog and Magog will appear on earth. They will be so many in the number that when one of their factions passes by the lake Tigris, which is about 10 miles long, they will drink its water entirely before moving on. When another group arrives thereafter, only traces of water will be left, and they will say, "It seems there used to be water in this lake once upon a time." They will kill and plunder humans on earth, and when they tire of this, they will say, "Come, let us kill the people in the heavens and will fire into the sky." Their arrows will be returned with blood upon them miraculously by the command of Allah. They will be busy in such antics, and Sayyidina Isa al-Islam will be with his companions on the mountain, besieged by Gog and Magog from below. They will be short of food, and the head of a cow will be worth more than 100 gold coins. Sayyidina Isa al-Islam and his companions will pray to Allah Ta'ala to deliver them from this menace. Allah Ta'ala will cause an infection in their necks, that is Gog and Magog, and all of them will die at the same time. Sayyidina Isa al-Islam will come down from the mountain and will see that the world is strewn with their carcasses and the stench has filled the earth. Sayyidina Isa al-Islam, along with his companions, will pray to Allah Ta'ala to cleanse this earth. Allah Ta'ala will send birds and will pick these carcasses and throw them far from habitation, wherever Allah Ta'ala wills it to be. Their bows, arrows and quivers will be so many that Muslims will use them as firewood for 7 long years. There will be torrential rains thereafter, which will cause the earth to be a smooth plain. The land will become fertile and the earth will be commanded to bring forth fruits and vegetation in plenty, and the skies will be commanded to pour its blessings. The size and quality of the produce will be so good, and a single pomegranate will be so big that it can satiate a group of people, and its peel will give shade to 10 people. Milk from a single she-camel will satiate a group of people. A cow's milk will suffice for a tribe, and the milk of a goat will be sufficient for an entire family. For this video, we will finish here. We will continue in the next video, inshallah. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we will meet inshallah in next video. Till then, goodbye. Allah Hafiz.